Okay, hello there. First video, so you're probably not going to see a whole lot of me on this channel. I'm going to hide behind my charts most of the time, and 9/10 of the time, I'm not going to be in suit and tie. This is for, uh, this is not going to be your traditional finance channel where uh, it's a shirt and a tie telling you to buy the FANG stocks. Absolutely not. Uh, what I plan on doing here, and I want to lay this out right away, right here in the intro, I'm chronicling my trading journey. I'm not rich. I'm not. I don't claim to be some big shot trader with some big shot system. I have been doing this 4 years total. Just about going into March 2019 will be my second year of actually trying to be strategic at this. Uh, the first 2 years was buying 000 and 00 penny stocks. Basically, I don't call that trading, I call that the lottery. It's the same thing. You buy the Powerball or a scratch off, whatever it may be, and you're hoping that you're going to make $1 million. Same thing with what I was doing there. So it's been almost 2 years. Usually it seems the average trader is 4 to 6, at least from what I can see, and I'm trying to reduce that curve. So what I'm doing here is just chronicling my journey, the struggles that I go through, the benefits to what I'm doing. You're going to get to see both of them as I do more and more of these videos. And once again, do I have the best system in the world? Absolutely not. Do I have the best money management? These are the things that I'm working on. This is the difference between myself and your average guy who probably has the same experience as me, claiming that he knows everything about finance and trading when he really doesn't. So truth and honesty is really going to be a big part of this channel. I'm not going to tell you I make a trade. I don't. I'm not here to exaggerate myself and tell you that I'm the best. This is honesty. This is for my own personal learning, as well as perhaps some of you, maybe even entertainment sometimes, as I'm wrong and I get frustrated, because we all know that happens in this world, especially if you're involved at all. I do plan on, I very well could have some other kind of videos on here as well. It doesn't have to just be finance, just be trading. We're going to see where this thing goes, but that's going to be the primary objective at the current moment, is finance and trading. So what products do I play with? Primarily options. I don't do futures. I'm not there yet. Not quite on that level. Stocks are, I do some small cap stock stuff here and there. But it's primarily options. I am a buyer. Many people nowadays that have trading channels are telling you that buying options is like gambling. I tend to agree, but I think trading as a whole is gambling with a more strategic approach. You can turn the odds in your favor. You can manage your risk when you're a trader, and that is the difference. And there's a lot of myths out there, a lot of things that you're going to hear from a lot of these premium only selling people. Remember, they only sell premium, and odds are they're trying to sell you one of their classes. So they're going to have a bias. Everybody does. I do sell premium as well, not as often as buying options. I believe that long options is the best way for a small account to grow. That's my opinion. Ask the guys at Tasty Trade and they'll tell you otherwise. Ask many other people and they're going to tell you otherwise. But that's my opinion, and with the experience that I have, trading long options has been the best way to do so. It is totally doable with good risk and money management, as well as a good system. Being smart about the kind of options that you're buying. Don't play with that out of the money. That's something I learned very fast when I got involved with these guys. It's always deep in the money. It's always 70 deltas, and it's always at least 45 days out. That's the only way you're going to be successful with these things and be able to generate those consistent returns that everybody is after. So on that note, we're going to switch over to, we'll talk about my experience because I do want you to know. So this would have been 2014 now. Was when I bought my first stock, 5 shares of Citigroup. And I felt like a baller because I owned stock. I tried buying the Dow Jones that day, not knowing that that was an index as opposed to an actual product. I didn't know what ETFs were. I didn't know what futures were. Basically, I bought 5 shares of Citigroup, and I woke up the next morning and saw that they were down 1%. So I had a panic attack. I sold them. I lost. That was when commissions on E-Trade were about $10 each way. So I lost 20% plus the 1% in the actual nominal value of the stock. So that was my very first trade. So from there, I heard about Tim Sykes and all these people with the penny stocks, which I think a lot of that is crap. I have nothing against Tim. The dude has made, from what it looks like, a heck of a life for himself. But penny stocks are, I don't believe that there's a good way to be consistent with those. They are fun. I'm not going to deny it. I play with them. If I see something hot, we'll do like a 5-count Elliott wave or something of that nature on them. Or sell into some of the exuberance, some of these strategies I'll talk about when I get into some of my charts. However, I do not, it's not my primary. I'm not primarily playing with those things. It's just, I'm not a day trader. I do work a full-time job. That's another thing I want to get out there as well. So my strategy is limited to what I can actually do, and I can only trade, a handful of times a day. I can't sit there in front of the charts all day, and not being able to do that, it does make it hard to play with those kind of products. So, with all that being said, and hopefully all that is clarified right from the get-go, my intentions here, I'm going to lay it out. If I talk about major products primarily, I have a Facebook page. I talk about generally things like crude oil, gold, stock indexes, cryptocurrency, actually. Yeah, I'm involved with that. That's been a wild ride, and that's really what taught me a lot about what I know about trading nowadays. Just so you know, now that I've been through almost through a whole Bitcoin cycle, I shouldn't say through, because we're not done yet, in my opinion. But so I talk about these big things. I'm not here to pump penny stocks. If I will talk occasionally about a small cap stock that I'm involved with, but I will not sit here and tell you to buy this, sell this, buy calls here. Not what I'm here to do. I think that's dishonest when people do that. Pumping things, talking about prior trades, I don't have an issue with that. But when it comes to things like, when you got guys that are online and they're pumping products, I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm going to try to avoid doing that. Sorry, I'm not going to try. I will, because I don't play that game. So you have to forgive me. I am new to this whole YouTube thing. Okay. I'm still in the learning process. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and I'm going to do all my videos live because I don't like pre-recording, editing, all that noise. I want raw material. I want you to hear what's on my mind when I say it. None of this editing, putting all these other things in there. And yeah, sure, that makes it better, but I like the honesty. I don't know what to do. Okay, so this is going to not only be a trading educational for myself, as well as hopefully others, but YouTube type of deal too. Cause there we go. Okay, so that's my intentions. I just wanted to put that out there, just kind of as an intro. Because as soon as I start making videos, I want to get right into it. I don't want to be talking about who I am, what I do, where I'm from, none of that stuff. So, if you really have any questions, just come on this page. Ask them personally. I'm going to try to get some kind of contact method up here, email maybe, just so you can see what exactly it is that I do. So on that note, just look forward to more videos, most likely of charts. You're not going to see a lot of me, and if you do, I'm not going to be wearing this ridiculous shirt and tie and coat, because that's not who I am. Not a banker. I fix things and I trade things. That's what I do. So, until next time, take care.